Hey everyone, this is John with Photography Life, and Naseem and I are currently working on our next educational video, and we wanted to let you in on a little behind the scenes stuff that we've got going on here. So in the past for our videos, we've used lapel microphones like this one here, and you could probably hear it got really loud when I look down, and that's one of the problems with these is it's so close to my mouth that when I look down, when I look away, you probably get a very different audio quality. So that is an issue that we've faced in the past. Another issue is if I like reach up and scratch my shoulder, or if I'm holding a camera or something, then you not only it gets a little bit louder, but you get all this like kind of interference going on. And so we wanted to look for some microphones that had a bit better audio quality and that didn't really have some of these same issues. So we started looking for shotgun mics, and what a shotgun mic is essentially something that is mounted to a pole above me. It's actually right here. You can't see it, but there's a microphone right there, and we're going to switch to its audio, and you'll be able to hear the difference. So right now you're listening to me coming through the shotgun mic instead of the lapel microphone, and this particular shotgun mic is the Sennheiser MKE 600. So we've got 3 more that we're going to review. We're going to check the audio quality on all of them and see which one sounds the best. Whichever one sounds the best, we're going to purchase it and use it in our future videos and hopefully give you the best possible product. So let's go ahead and hear what these other mics sound like. Okay, so we just switched microphones. Right now we are using the Technica AT897. Comes in a box that looks just like this. So our whole point here is to figure out if these microphones sound any different. And to do that, we have 3 that are within pretty much the same price point, and then 1 that is significantly more expensive. The first 3 that we're testing here are right around the $300 price point. Maybe one costs $25 more, one costs $25 less, but overall, $300 is going to be pretty much the average. And we're really interested to see if there's any difference between those 3, and then when we get to the last one we test that's much more expensive, if there's any noticeable difference between that one and the previous 3. So let's go ahead and switch again. Now our next 2 microphones that we're testing are both made by the same company, and that is Rode. So right now we're using the Rode NTG2 shotgun microphone. One thing I wanted to point out about shotgun microphones is they're used for directional audio. So they're really nice because they filter out a lot of background noise and everything. And they're also highly directional, so it really matters which direction I'm facing when I talk. For example, if I turn and talk over here, that's going to sound a lot different than when I turn and talk over here. It fades out, it's not picking up nearly as much audio because I'm not talking towards the microphone. And if I actually look up and talk into the microphone, which is right above my head here, that's going to sound a whole lot different than when I talk here. So this is kind of the happy medium. This is, obviously it sounds good, but it's something where if someone's talking over here, it's not going to pick up nearly as much as my voice, and it completely cuts out a lot of that ambient noise. Now the last microphone that we're checking out here is the Rode NTG3B, and in this case B just stands for black. There's also another non-black version out there. Now this microphone costs over twice as much as the first 3 that we checked out. It's $700 compared to around $300 for the other 3. Does it sound that much better? That's what we're here to find out. We want to know, is it worth paying over twice as much for this microphone compared to the other ones? Well, there's one thing we found out immediately that we didn't like nearly as much as the first 3. This one requires a phantom power supply in order to operate. The first 3, you can put just a AA battery inside the microphone, and that powers the microphone. On this one, you need an external power supply. In this case, we're using our H4n recorder. It provides phantom power, powers this microphone. The problem with that is it's going to drain the batteries on that recorder a whole lot faster than if we weren't powering the microphone as well. So for us, when we go out in the field, we're out in nature, away from electricity, away from power sources, and having something that's going to drain our power supplies faster, or that we need an additional power supply for, is not nearly as desirable as just carrying a few extra AA's with us. So immediately that is something that turned us off to this one. Will the audio quality win us over? Let's find out. Okay, we are back and a winner has been chosen, and the winner is the Sennheiser. Now you might have had your own personal favorite, but for us it checked a lot of the boxes that needed checked. Most importantly, audio quality. Now, out of the 3 battery-powered microphones we tried, it had the highest output levels, which is really important because it meant that we could capture good, high-quality sound, not have to tweak it a lot in either post-production or in capture, and potentially amplify background noises and other ambient noises that we don't want there. So for us, having great audio quality is number one, and it seems like it's going to be the easiest for us to be able to get good audio quality with. Now, another thing is it has a battery switch. Out of the 3 that use batteries, it's the only one that has a switch. And that's important to us because at the end of the day of recording, we can just flip the switch, turn it off, and not have to worry about the battery draining all night. We don't have to pull the battery out. We just come back the next day, turn it on, and we're good to go. And finally, the 4th one we tested, the Rode, was a very nice microphone. It's beautiful, it's very substantial, gave us great results, but the price is just so high for us, we really can't justify it. And the other big deal breaker was that it relies only on phantom power. We really like the option of having a AA battery option that we don't have to use phantom power and we can replace the battery really quickly. So for us, it was just something we didn't want to have to mess with. So keep an eye on our future videos. You'll hear this Sennheiser microphone being used quite a bit more. We're using it right now, by the way. And hopefully you enjoyed this, found it a little helpful. Big thank you to our partner B&H for giving us these microphones to try out and choose which one works the best for us. We gotta go press buy and purchase a microphone now. Take care.